Break the board sports. Happy Tuesday. It's your boy RJ Cash Cole. Click that like, hit subscribe. If you go to breaktheboardsports.com, scroll all the way down, it says $32.99. Click on that. You'll get every pick, every play from now, all the conference tournaments, March Madness, Final Four, first 2 weeks of baseball, and all the NHL and NBA that ensues with it. Again, go to breaktheboardsports.com. So conference tournaments getting started today. We're going to start over here when we look at this, the lineup for today. We're going to start over in the Sun Belt here. And in the Sun Belt, we got Georgia State at Louisiana Lafayette here in this game. Now, Louisiana Lafayette laying 1.5. 132.5 is your total here for this game. As far as the total is concerned, 56% of the ticket count, including 86% of the handle going over, 44% of ticket count, 14% of the handle headed to the under. Now, this tournament being played in Pensacola, Florida, 55% of ticket count, 79% of the handle is siding with Georgia State plus 1.5. 45% of ticket count, 21% of the handle laying the 1.5 with the Raging Cajuns. Now, both of these teams come in 10 and 21 straight up here in the Sun Belt Conference. Georgia State on the year averaging 70.1 points per game, as to where Louisiana Lafayette only averaging 63. Georgia State defensively giving up 74.1, but Louisiana Lafayette only giving up 69.3. Now, as far as from the floor, Louisiana Lafayette shoots at a 45.5% clip from the floor. Georgia State, one of the worst in the country, ranked 365th in shooting percentage, 37.9 points per game. When you look at rebounding, that's even more troubling here when you look at it. So that edge goes Louisiana Lafayette. Now, when you look over their last couple games, now, head-to-head, Georgia State has beaten Louisiana Lafayette 7 of the last 10 meetings. So January 29th, Louisiana Lafayette at home won 82-78. If you go back the year prior, Georgia State won at home. So they only played once this year, and that went to Louisiana Lafayette. Both teams 7-11 in the conference. On the road, both teams 3-6 away from their home. Georgia State is just 1-9 straight up their last 10 games and 1-8 their last 9 versus the Sun Belt, but they've had really good success against the Raging Cajuns. Over the last 17 meetings, Georgia State has beat Lafayette 13 of the 17 meetings. On top of that, Georgia State over the last 8 is 6-1-1 ATS there. Now, when you flip over to Louisiana Lafayette, 1-5, both straight up in ATS in their last 6. And they've just not played well in the Sun Belt, 1-4 against the spread. Look, I will say this, these conference tournaments can just go take a mirror of different approaches in it. I think this is a good in-game bet. When you're betting conference tournaments, you want to look for a team to get up. Everybody tends to typically make a run. You bet off that way is the best way to take advantage, but no play for me, I don't think, in this one. Next game on the board, want to get into, let's go to the Patriot League, where we got Army at Bucknell tonight. Now, Army in this one catching 2.5. Bucknell laying the 2.5. 145.5 is your total for this game. Now, a lot of love to the under here. A tremendous amount of love to the under. You got 70% of the ticket count, 73% of the handle going to the under, 30% of ticket count, 27% of the handle going to the over here in this game. Now, when you look at the side, Bucknell again, 68% of ticket count, 57% of the handle, 32% of ticket count, 43% of the handle, catching the 2.5 here with Army. Now, Bucknell, for years, they've been a team you could count on in the tournament. They get in, they make a little noise. Even if they don't pull off a win, they've tended to push some people to the brink, but been a while for them. When you look at this game and dive into the handicap of this game, now the game's going to be at Soja Pavilion. So Bucknell got the home court here in this one, which is very, very important when you talk about these matchups. I think the first thing, again, please always excuse the pups. They love running and acting crazy in the morning. But I think when you look at this game, the very first thing you got to look at is scoring, right? You got to be able to score. And a lot of these teams come out tight, especially in the beginning, trying to fill each other out here, and because this is win or go home time. So you got to be very careful when you're handicapping these games and when you're betting them to make sure that you're getting the utmost value. And again, I'll say this and I'll beat it like a drum. In-game betting, always the best. Now, Bucknell 9-22, Army 11-20. Both of these teams, none really going to knock your socks off. Now they split. Bucknell won 75-73 at Army. Army won 87-84 at Bucknell, right? So when you look in from a statistical standpoint here, points per game, Army is averaging 72 points per game. Bucknell gives up 77. When you flip over the other way, Army giving up the exact same 77, but Bucknell only averaging 67 points per game, so about 5 less than Army. I think if this was to get over the 3 mark, right, if you were able to climb over that 3, then I think you could take a flyer there on Army. Other than that, I think it's just like the first game. In-game betting is going to have to be the way you go. Next, let's hop over to the Horizon League. We got IPFW and Green Bay squaring off. Now, 6.5, Green Bay is laying it. 146.5 is your total in this one. 51% of the ticket count, 85% of the handle is going under 146.5. As to where 49% of ticket count, 15% of the handle going to the over 146.5. Now, Green Bay, 58% of ticket count, 67% of the handle going their way. They are at home in this one. 42% of ticket count, 33% of the handle here going to IPFW. Now, again, big thing here is Green Bay gets them at home. So first round here of this conference tournament, they get them at home here for this little play-in game they got going on. When you look at this Green Bay, the Fighting Gottliebs have been much better this year. They've played better. They've stuck around in some games and just really, they've just been better all around. Now, IPFW, a team, has kind of fell short of expectations in their conference this year. 17-14 are both of these teams. But on the road, IPFW 6-10, Green Bay 9-4. They've played twice this year. January 1st at IPFW. Green Bay won that 72-54, and then Green Bay 76-59 they won on February 12th. So Green Bay's got the better of them. Now, 3 of the last 5 games IPFW has won. Green Bay, on the other hand, has won 5 of their last 7. So they've been playing much better basketball as well. For IPFW, Fort Wayne, whatever you want to call them, they're averaging 78.8 points per game offensively, but giving up 77. Green Bay averaging 75 points per game, giving up 74. So as much as Green Bay has blown their doors off twice, I think some 7s will appear. I actually like Green Bay here, or rather IPFW catching 7, but I also like it the other way. I think tonight, again, I'm not a big parlay guy. They seem to always bite me. But if you're looking at it from a college basketball standpoint, especially with some of these conference tournaments and whatnot, I think you can find value. So I just want to click on, and we'll do this in real time real quick. I want to click on Miami of Ohio tonight. I want to click on Vermont here on the money line here. And then I also want to take Green Bay in this one. If you do that 3-team money line plus 114, I think that gives you some good value. RJ Cash Cole, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, trends, information to help you with your handicap. Whether you fade or follow, hope you win your bets. God bless and happy handicapping.